Michael Jackson's Thriller album.
Stories in the Room.
This is Michael Jackson's Thriller album, Stories in the Room. Join film composer Anthony Marinelli, who programmed synthesizers for 7 songs on Thriller, and A&R veteran film producer Stephen Ray, who assisted Quincy Jones and was in the studio every day with Quincy and Michael.
Michael Jackson's Thriller album, Stories in the Room.
I'm Anthony Marinelli with my longtime close friend and co-host, Stephen Ray, bringing you the real stories directly from the talented people in the room with us during the making of Thriller, the greatest selling album of all time. And we did wind on this, and we did the Theremin. We should do the Theremin.
Oh, wow, we did the Theremin on this?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
What else would we have done?
Well, that's true, yeah.
Let's do the Theremin. See how fast I can make a Theremin. It's a high sound.
Layers and layers that you feel but you don't hear.
Mm-hmm. You might want to give me some reverb for this.
As Michael would say,
high.
I want him to feel it. I want him to feel it, Quincy. I want him to feel it.
Oh, and then it went,
Right. Yeah, so.
That's it.
Well, I added that note. I remember
Just before the end.
Yeah, I remember adding the top note, but.
Oh, let me get that better.
Yeah. And actually, it's an octave up. So.
Here, that's 2 octaves. Here's one. That sounds better.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. And I held it for that first time.
There we go. That sounds better. You got it.
And then.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Right, right. Oh my goodness. The foulest stench is in the air. The funk of 40,000 years.
Grizzly ghouls.
Yeah, right. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver. For no mere mortal can resist the evil of the thriller. Dun-dun-dun. That's crazy.
Oh, and do you remember the third verse?
No, I just know that was written because that it was never done. Well, he did it,
Yeah, he
but
did
it was
it. We did it, yeah.
they never
Yeah.
put it on the record.
Yeah, Bruce edited it, yeah.
So that's your Theremin, eh?
That's a Theremin. Now we're going to do...
Oh, yeah. Really? That's crazy.
I got to get it right, though. That didn't have that on it. Remember the very beginning, right?
Yeah.
Let me get it. Okay, this goes here. This is a head scratcher. It seems like it's going to... Oh, because it's too high. There we go. Okay, can you... Do you mind playing it, Ben? I'll get it right. It was a little longer.
But see, you're cheating. Aren't you using 2 of these?
I had to.
Oh, okay. But I couldn't reproduce this on my one.
You can, because
Okay,
I didn't want to tear this patch up, so I'm just
okay.
using this for some things and this for some things. And that's what I did a lot back then.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't really require 2 2600s to make some
that's
really
good,
great
that's
sounds.
right.
You know, because sometimes the more complex the sounds, the less articulate it is. It's like, you know, like remember with the DX7s when you'd have those TX8 16s, you'd have like 8 DX7s. It's not as intimate a sound, like to control. It's like clanging, you know, too much. So I just sometimes back then would just so I could go back and forth. Or also, don't ever forget this, no memory.
Oh, yeah.
So somebody asks you to go back to the bass sound, and I didn't tear
you
it up.
if you didn't write it down on that.
Even if you did, one little as you know,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, and it's not the same. Oh, it's not quite the same.
Yeah.
And Michael was all over that.
Yeah.
You know, and he was a lot of times putting it on the record player, and like we were really trying to nail certain sounds. And you know, once you spend all that time getting it, then you don't want to like have to get it again. It's just, so that was why two 2600s.
It starts lower. It's more like a C sharp.
Starts lower.
Yeah. Like maybe a third lower. A little lower. No, lower. 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 A little lower. A little lower. Yeah, raise it up, raise the pitch up just a tad, Yeah.
There.
Yeah, try that. Wow.
So Michael played that
Okay.
because he saw me doing that, getting the sound. He goes, "Can I do that?"
Why do I have a faint memory of that? I think I've sort of vaguely remember. Can I do that? I mean, you got the biggest kick out of it. I did
Well,
something.
yeah, that would be a perfect thing.
Yeah.
And then I said, either he said it or I don't remember where it came from, but we called it the Falling Star because he's like, you know, he liked that kind of thing.
Well, he's very cinematic, you know.
Yeah. But who would think of this? Who would think of this?
Who came up with that idea?
Rod.
For all I know, it could have been on Starlight.
Join us for the next episode of Michael Jackson's Thriller album, Stories in the Room, with your hosts, Anthony Marinelli and Stephen Ray. Watch our extended interviews on youtube.com/@StoriesInTheRoom. Audio-only interviews are available on all podcast networks. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok @StoriesInTheRoom. For the latest news and links, visit the website, storiesintheroom.com. This podcast is produced by Christian D. Bruun and David Wolf, recorded by Audivita Studios. Additional recording by Ben Rackless. Edited by Jay Spang and Sean Hedinger. Music by Anthony Marinelli and Stephen Ray.
Michael Jackson's